off.
Just start.
Hello everyone, my name is Coughlan, and today I'm going to be discussing the question, should drug tests be mandatory for professional athletes? Now, before we dive into this question, I think it's important to cover a little bit of the more important aspects of what comprises this. And that would be the athletes who have been caught using steroids and have since been banned or disallowed from entering the Hall of Fame. Such people who are the biggest names would be Sammy Sosa, Lance Armstrong, Barry Bonds, to name a few. Now, why are steroids banned in professional sports? We know that steroids are 100% proven to improve the athlete's performance and their ability to play their sport well. But we also know for certain that steroids have several side effects. According to the Food and Drug Administration, some of the side effects that steroids could cause are things like acne, blurred vision, cataracts or glaucoma, easy bruising, difficulty sleeping, high blood pressure, increased body hair, and osteoporosis. Now, even though they're proven to work, we know that they're proven to be dangerous. Although these dangers don't really affect the reasons why professional athletes go into their sports. When a professional athlete goes into their sport, they do it because obviously it's money and everybody needs to make money in their job. They have a passion for the game. They've been playing it their entire lives and have likely devoted their entire lives to this sport. And lastly, they do it because they're able to do things no one has ever done before them. Now, none of these things are really affected by athletes' use of steroids. They're still able to make money, in some cases even more money because they're performing better. They still have the same passion for the game, and if not more so because they have an increased risk in the game now. And they're able to do things no one has done even more so. Now, I would like to talk a little bit about Lance Armstrong and the situation that surrounded him. So Lance Armstrong, for those of you who don't know, was a cyclist who won several Tour de France medals and was recently, within the last 5 or 10 years, stripped of his medals and honors because of his steroid use. Now, Lance Armstrong was a cancer survivor and halfway through his career started a cancer foundation called Livestrong. The Livestrong Foundation donated hundreds of millions of dollars to cancer research and was a very positive influence to both his fans and the bikers in general. Now, with this increase in cancer research, as soon as Lance Armstrong was discovered of using steroids, they stripped him of, obviously, his medals in the Hall of Fame, but they also disbanded this Livestrong cancer research. I don't think that that was the right decision to do because I think that the image that Lance Armstrong provided as a cancer survivor who was able to do so well in the sport that he loves created too much of an inspiration story to those who didn't know him, then it outweighs him using steroids. Now, in a little bit of a recap, the main points why I think that professional athletes should be allowed to use steroids and that the sport should not be drug testing them is it increases their revenue. It makes all the athletes better, so people want to come and watch more and they pay more money. It doesn't have consequences for the fans. There's no negative side effects or health risks for fans who are purely just watching athletes who are using steroids. And it creates equal opportunity for a difference in genetics. Those athletes who were never able to get to the professional level because they weren't born that way are now able to have a little bit better competitive advantage when entering that market. Well, I hope you learned a little bit more about the topic, and I hope I persuaded you to think like me and that professional athletes should be allowed to use steroids in sports.